Hi, welcome to episode 72 of Theater School Rejects, making our way to 100.
Christ, 72.
I'm industrious, man.
You are.
Listeners or no listeners, I pound these out.
I can appreciate that. You're putting the work in.
Quantity has a quality all its own.
You think so?
That's not my quote. That's I think it's a Russian quote.
So hello, the Forza listeners.
The fours, maybe the threes at this point. Who knows?
Maybe the threes.
After that, my set could be the threes.
That was an alright set.
I enjoyed it.
Best, but it was
No,
alright.
no, but trying new stuff.
Yeah.
But how did you like MCing?
MCing was great. Actually, I had a really good time with it. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I got to riff a little bit. Towards the end, I started running out of ideas. Well, I mean, that's not true. Because you come up with an idea on the spur of the moment. But my ideas towards the end weren't as good as they were earlier on.
Possibly because you're more stoned.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really that stoned, though. I've been laying back.
Not really that stoned. How goes daylight sobriety?
You know what, man? It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I'm productive, getting some shit done.
Richard has committed to a life of sobriety. No, not that kind.
No.
Not the kind where you go to NA meetings.
Yeah,
But that his sobriety rises and sets with the sun.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's a bit there. That's so good.
I thought about doing a bit about that. But
You're like, look at the sun. Set faster, you fat fuck.
right, please go down. I need to hit some weed right now. And you're fucking staring into my eyes.
Oh, that's so good. Why is that not in your set? That
Fucking
needs to be in your
sun
set.
mocks me.
Set faster, you orange fuck.
The whole reason, like, I don't really do much weed material because it really upsets my mom.
Yeah, but this is about sobriety.
It's true.
This is about you trying not to smoke weed.
It's true. Yeah, she lives her life in this illusion that I don't do that stuff.
Well, she's probably under the illusion that you don't have sex either.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not.
Fair
So
enough.
that's not
You're
an
doing
illusion.
your best. You're doing your best.
That's a reality.
But you don't want it to be.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man.
It's true. I am on the apps.
Well, possibly. You know, you met some new comics today.
I did.
Let's see. So Richard MC'd, and then Zara, of all people, tiny petite Zara, calls Richard out with her first joke.
She did, man. She took a swing at me on her first joke.
And then she's like, battle. I'm like, okay, we'll do this. Impromptu roast battle, number one. And just said, okay. I'm not overly organized. I have no problem improvising a roast battle at the very beginning of a comedy show.
I'm not counting it against my record, though.
Fine. I'm not counting any of the roast battles against my record. It's still virginal as far as I'm concerned.
I still count myself as, I think, 5-1 or 4-1.
Let's see, I think that's right, because you only lost to...
Only lost to Mario the first time.
Yeah, and you've
And
been
then
undefeated
the
ever since.
championship round, I buried him.
Well, I am trying to wrap up season 2, but it's difficult because at least 2 of the 8 contestants aren't currently talking to me.
That is an issue.
So hopefully, if all goes well, the Feliza show on Saturday, I've reserved 5 minutes for the final round of the roast battle, and the winner will get a $50 gift card to someplace fancy.
Oh, right on. Do I get to go up against them once they won?
No, we're not gonna do that. But you're eligible to enter season 3 because you and Mario were barred as finalists from season 1. You couldn't be in season 2, so now you guys are welcome to come in.
I do like the idea of going back to the Comedy Store, especially now that we've been through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Although, I mean, like I'm willing to do it now. Like, but it's been long enough that I can deal with that fucking shitty ass environment.
It is totally different from anything else we've ever done.
Well, yeah. I mean, like,
the environment's
flappers.
different.
Yeah. Like, oh man.
Crowd's different.
The place is a fucking shithole. It's super hot. You're all a fucking cog. There's like 25 comics all in a space big enough to sit about 5 comfortably. You're in the hallway. It's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you not like. I guess it's one of the best venues to perform at, but there is no venue.
It's like the most well known. I mean, it's a place where everyone performs.
But it's a great thing to have in your resume.
Yes.
But no place makes you feel more disposable as a comic than that place. Like,
Yeah.
I've made it. I'm at the Comedy Store. You're a fucking cog, not even an important cog.
Right. And I don't know how I feel about that because like I'm watching. I started watching a show called "I'm Dying Up Here."
Okay.
It's a show about the LA comedy scene in the 70s,
Right.
which is when the Comedy Store really came to really.
Pauly Shore's mom. It's
Right,
about her.
Shore.
Yeah.
It's loosely. It depends on who you talk to about how factual it is.
No, but the concept is basically her revamping the comedy scene.
Is based off of Mitzi Shore creating the Comedy Store and then building it into the juggernaut that it is, and the comics that come through there. And so, like watching that, like I'm getting some idea. Like I had an idea of the history because I'm a comic fan, and so like at that building, I know anyone who I've ever really loved as a comic has gone through there. So that part of it's a big deal, but it's a really rough venue.
Well, I'm just saying, you feel when I went to the Roast Battle, like I could not have felt less important.
Oh yeah.
Especially when they're like, okay, tell us your background. No, just your name and the city. He'll probably get that wrong anyway. And he did.
And he did.
He's fucking stoned out of his mind. He can't take in more info than your name and your city.
Yep. Well, I mean, and some of it is. So like, I try to keep in perspective a little bit that they have hundreds of comics, thousands of comics go through there, and most of them never become anything.
Sure, but like the roast battle, that guy's handling 10 people per night, and they're in pairs. I don't want to fucking hear about he can't fucking get your knee. That's his job. That's like Richard being like, well, there's lots of people who go through TSR that don't become anything. You were the MC. You had a piece of paper with their info on it. All you had to do was read. You were stoned, but you were not so stoned you couldn't read.
I didn't start smoking like halfway through.
Okay.
But you're right. I didn't forget anybody's names. Because I had a piece of paper.
And you introduced them. She's comic. She's a therapist. She's a nurse. Blah blah.
Yeah.
He's a screenwriter, etc.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Right. The MC. Right. When
So-
that guy can't get your stuff right. It's
because he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. None of them care.
And
it doesn't matter.
And that's his job, which means his supervisor doesn't care that he fucks up his one fucking job. It's not like the MC is incredibly active in the fucking roast battle. The judges do all the work of interacting with the comics. All he has to do is say your name. And he can't get that right, but he's still working there.
Yeah. He does that job on television. He does that same job
He's
on
the MC on
Comedy
television?
Central. Yeah, he's the MC in
Oh, no wonder he doesn't care on fucking Thursday, on Tuesday nights then.
yeah.
He's like, well, it's his job.
It's fucking amateur hour.
It's his job, and he can't do it.
It's amateur hour, and he's a pro. I don't disagree. Like,
All I'm saying is that, but I'm saying it's not just him. Because management knows what a fucking asshole he is.
Yes.
And he's too stoned to do his one job. And they still keep him on.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's hard to replace him. Can we find someone who can get the names right? I don't know, man. We can interview somebody. Well, this fucktard misbuttoned 3 of his shirts, see his buttons, but he probably can say the names right.
true. Well, like you and I, where you're like, hey, you want to MC? I was like, yeah, I can read the names off the paper. It's fine.
Like, I don't know. Oh, wait, let's see if we stop by and say hi to these people. Hey guys, do you want to say hi to on our TSR podcast? I'm 72 episodes in. We have 16 listeners on an average per episode. So I say our 4s of listeners. We got 4 4s. Anyway, these are our comics. Donna.
Hi guys, it's Donna May.
Where can people find you if they're listening? If we have listeners, where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram, just basically Donna Main.
All right, and Savanna K, do you want to give your?
Savanna K. K is for call me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on Facebook. I am on the gram, as they call it. Nobody calls it that. Some people call it that.
Are you at Savanna K? What's your?
It's it would be what at Savanna K.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so did you enjoy the show?
Facebook is KAY, and I think Instagram is just with
the
a K.
yeah. Well, I'm at Love is Cthulhu on Twitter.
What?
Love is Cthulhu on Twitter.
I don't do the Twitter.
Yeah, it seems like that's a demand.
not into
People on Instagram don't Twitter. People on Twitter don't Instagram.
When Trump goes off, I'll go back on. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. As soon as
The great civil war of our time: the
Yeah.
Instagrammers versus the tweeters.
Right?
Yeah,
I have to admit, I cross both lines. I'm a terrible person.
you're
right.
Switzerland.
I
You're
didn't know that
neutral.
about you.
I'm
It's
Facebook.
like,
No.
I
I
thought
don't know if
there
you
was
have
something.
that much
I-
time to do all of that, but I guess you must be good at it.
Woo! We do another impromptu roast battle. Is that what's happening?
We were just talking
I am
about that.
awful at the social media thing.
No, because I'm just saying I'm not that savvy. I'm always trying to get better at
Well, I mean,
stuff
you guys just have.
that,
Well,
know.
like, are you gonna make a website? Like, I have a DougXComedy.com, and like, it's like this is all different. Like, what I look for when I'm booking comics, and this is just one producer, right? But just what I'm looking for is, do you have a YouTube profile? I'm not gonna watch your YouTube videos, but the fact that I know you have a YouTube video that you can send me a link to tells me you're semi-professional.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch it.
Right.
I just want you to have it so I cannot
Yeah.
watch it.
I have
When,
some
when comics like
YouTube
want to say,
videos.
"Can I email you my video?" I'm like, no. Like, that's like a strike against you. Like, if I have anybody else who can conform.
'Cause you have
Okay,
to-
so a little pushback against that, though. I mean, what I have been concerned. Well, I don't know if this is what I'm saying.
Well, then don't say it. There's 16 people that's gonna hear this.
Who are you, 16 people?
We don't know.
Yeah, who is this?
Do you work for the CIA? Anyway, any of you, or any of you, my parents.
They're the
Unlikely, but
No,
possible.
They're the criminals Doug keeps on
But
the street.
because I have that other job as a therapist, right? I've been a little bit nervous.
Well, do you have a stage name?
I do.
Is this your stage name?
It is.
So I mean, like, how about it? I mean, there's facial recognition, right? I mean, like, but
There
it's
is
unlikely.
facial
I mean,
recognition.
well, I've had
Many of my
DAs.
clients.
DAs tell me like they've looked me up and found my comedy. Like other lawyers, if I go up against in trial, like they tell me,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I saw your comedy."
Oh, because they searched you out.
Yeah, they Google search me.
What
They-
do they
Certain
ever
situations
go?
where you don't want everybody to know about your.
Okay, so you and I should
Your
talk
other
because
life.
I'm curious how you navigate that.
Well,
and if anybody's ever brought that up as an issue. Because
well,
I
the
have
thing
a-
is, there's another comic, Doug X, DOUGECKS, and my stage name is DOUG, the letter X.
right.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know. The DA found somebody with my name doing comedy, but I don't know if they found me.
What if he just like
Could be a
someone that
different
comes
Doug
in-
X.
What if
Is
someone
that other
comes
guy any
into-
good?
I haven't
comes
watched
into
it.
court and one day like this would just be hilarious. Like, I mean, maybe not. Maybe later, but if someone
He
comes
impersonates
if
me, yeah.
No, like if you're the defense attorney, so
Right.
if the prosecutor comes in and he's all, I just have a video to show you, Your Honor, and then he's all, and nothing further.
No, it wouldn't make a difference.
Prosecution rests, and it's like a thing of you doing comedy.
No, but it wouldn't make a difference.
What if it did?
No, but it wouldn't.
I'm just teasing.
No, I mean, like they research me and they find it, but like it doesn't matter. Like I can have a stand-up comedy hobby, and that's then like if my clients found it, they might like be unhappy. You know, like this is you.
Yeah.
This is you when you're not in front of me.
Well, that's
Yeah, the other thing
me
is
because
you don't
I-
talk about
I
you don't talk about your
work-
case.
No, I'm talking
and
about
stuff.
the image.
So,
No, I'm talking about.
well.
I'm like they pay me $4,000 cash, and they see me in the camo pants and like the sunglasses, and be like, I have doubts about your ability to earn this
I
cash
certainly have
money.
doubts when you walk in.
You think
I
so,
don't think you
but they
should
could have
worry
more
about it.
doubts.
Well,
They could
so,
have greater
but
degree of
As a
doubts.
therapist, as a mental health therapist, it's like, and perhaps we question your stability, Miss Savanna K. You know what I mean? Like,
It's more tricky for you guys.
It's a little bit more tricky because if someone sees me, I mean, I work with young people. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean,
at
like,
the same time,
well,
it's
that's the thing is, like,
I don't think legally, you know,
you're not casting a point, but it can be a problem.
And I really don't talk about my clients.
Well, but like, I mean, that's sort of like,
your client. I don't think there's an issue.
well, that's you have a stage name, but it's about like how divorced are they, how separated, how likely people to find your actual name versus your stage name.
And there's another comic that's also a therapist, and she, you know, although she was supposed to be here tonight.
No, but she's much more of a
she
hobbyist.
gets
She's not
sick.
trying to become successful. You're trying to become a successful comedian, which at a certain point can conflict.
That's true. She's more
And
casual
if I'm a
comedian.
successful comedian,
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm trying to
This
retire
is
from
right.
the
And
day
the therapy
job.
would be great. You can talk to the other
That's-
comics.
Well, if I'm that successful, then
You got a built-in client base. You don't even like try and do some comedy. Just try and bring in clients as freaking comics as clients.
We're all terribly damaged.
I've wanted to do like a support group. I've thought about doing like a support group or some kind of.
Well, you can track your success differently. He's not yet ready to have a successful relationship, but he no longer needs stand-up comedy as a crutch to get through life. So, all right, we're gonna continue our podcast.
And I'm on Twitter because I didn't get on Instagram because I did so myself. So like, I went to Twitter because I can write stuff, I can write jokes, post things. I just got on Instagram like a year ago because I couldn't put it. It's too big. You cannot be on it. Oh, as a writer, like I'm also a writer. So like as a writer and a comic, I prefer Twitter, just because like I can type stuff out and it's not there's no bias based on my appearance. It's just whatever I'm writing.
yeah.
And so that's why I got into Twitter. Now, like since then, I've got into Instagram and stuff because you can't really avoid it.
would there be about your appearance?
Have you seen him?
She's
Are you blind? What part do you need explained?
Well, some of that is so like as a larger mammal, there's just
A larger mammal.
Like I have extra girth, and like
Hey, well, some.
All right.
Well,
Well,
if you just say that line,
well, like
that's
it's in
gonna
the
work
right
well.
sense.
That's gonna work
Sometimes,
well for you.
yeah. But like,
Just say, by the way, I have extra girth.
right,
Like
take
that's a
that
good, just little.
however you
soundbite.
like. Just there's just extra girth here.
Right.
It's up to for you to go searching for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like with that, I'm out.
Well, talking about extra girth, our buddy at Crash Ryan, who's the host of the last four podcasts, says that like his nickname was the Walrus. That's why it's like the Walrus Man is on his Star Wars, because on the podcast, one of his friends in college described him to her boyfriend as the Walrus. That's his body type, or was his body type at the time. It kind of looks like a walrus,
It matches. I mean, I could see it.
right? But this is when he was 21 or like 18. He was in college.
So what you're saying is he has grown more into the walrus as he ages?
I'm saying, like, that's a rough time to be a body type as a walrus.
That's
like,
true.
where are you gonna go from there? Oh, you gotta like
Such a point.
that's an omen. That's a prophecy. He's endured that. He's lived with and embraced that nickname from thence to now.
And you know what? And he embraced and became a writer.
Yeah, he's successful, winning awards and shit.
Yeah. Which is awesome. I can't say that.
Neither can I, and I'm bitter about it.
Although, well, I can't talk about it on the podcast, but I did have a meeting this week about the movie I optioned.
Cool, congratulations on that. That's right, you did. See, everyone around me is getting their writing successful, and all I'm doing is selling shit on Amazon. I'm bitter.
Yeah,
But-
but you're selling shit on Amazon.
Yeah, I know, but like, that's not recognition. Like, I can't fucking tell people, well, for a brief window, I was #1 political humorist on Amazon. For how long? About 3 hours.
Still 3 hours more than I have.
I was a champ. I was the king of the world for 3 hours. All right, on that note, this has been episode 72 of Theater School Rejects, the podcast. And you can find Richard.
Oh yeah, you can forgot that part. You can find me RK Older on Twitter and Instagram, and I just recently started a Patreon page. You can look me up, Richard Older. Check out my shit.
You can give me your excess money.
Yes, I got somebody today. I got people signed up today.
Holy shit!
Couldn't fucking believe it.
People you know? Do you recognize the handles?
Yes.
All right, and at DougXComedy.com.